Hello, beautiful people. First of all, shout out to Frank and CJ. This was sponsored as a family gift to them. Wanted a Superman video. Shout out to my boy CJ as well. He hangs out my server. He played a Stephen King one-shot D&D the other day. That shit was hilarious. Make sure to check out my Discord if you want to hang out. We do D&D games, prizes. I have a bunch of free scaling in there as well too. So definitely check it out. But back on topic, right? He wanted to see their big Superman fans, but also a bunch of Marvel characters. So in orchestrating a video to meet those needs, I thought, why not just do an invasion series, right? Because that covers the best of both worlds. We are getting Superman and we are getting a ton of Marvel characters. And today we are going to find out realistically how far Superman gets in Marvel if we send his ass there and have him go all out, okay? So if you love content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, a bunch of comics dropped today. Infernal Hulk issue 1, KO, Superman. I got a lot to read, so expect coverage of those comics to come out today as well. I might have to roll out several videos even if they drop late. Keep notifications on. But back on topic, Superman. Now, I've made a ton of videos on current Superman and what he's capable of. You can definitely go check those out if you need more information on him. But to keep things short, Superman is quite literally stronger than any other version of himself that he's had prior. They are currently engaged in a storyline where Darkseid has gone outside and transcended even his own original narrative purpose, which already had him as one of the strongest cosmic beings in the DC creation. I mean, this is a being who has outright beefed with the Source before. He's someone who's transcended outer-versal realms, and these realms, like even the, for example, Sphere of the Gods, Dreaming, each of them has infinite layering within it, right? So these outer-versal realms in DC that are outside of regular time, space, and dimensions, they have complex layering within them as well. So for all my scaling nerds out there, you get some really juicy scaling for the likes of Superman. Now, he's most classically known for his standard powers of flight, superb physical stats, like some of the best stats in fiction in terms of speed, AP, durability. He has his Eat Vision, Cold Breath. He can phase through things if necessary. He has incredible resistances. Obviously, he has the one caveat of kryptonite, which it's always going to hurt him. Like, kryptonite's just always going to be his literal kryptonite. A weakness so famous it became pop culture. But also, and this is something it's very important we address before we send him into Marvel, magic, right? He's not superbly resistant to magic. He doesn't have a special defense against magic. That's the best way to describe it, right? He can still resist and he can still endure. But in terms of having like specific resistances, it's not as good as his physical resistances. It's not as good as his energy resistances, spirit. Magic is just he's not great with, right? It's just he'd rather not deal with it. It's uncomfortable. It's not nearly as bad of a weakness as kryptonite is, and a lot of people try to make that argument, and it's just not true. If you go watch his Bizarro fight where Bizarro literally absorbed the strongest magic in DC, that was still someone Superman was taking hits from and battling, okay? Like, come on, he can definitely endure magic. It won't be fun for him, but it's not kryptonite level, okay? We had to address that. Now, the most important thing outside of his crazy like stats and some of his basic hacks he has is Superman has absurd resistances and can power through absurd levels and essentially reach almost unfathomable power levels, to the point that Time Trapper Doomsday said he could theoretically help Time Trapper Doomsday escape the Plan of the Presence, right? Like, if he kills him one more time with his true power, the power of hope can send him beyond even the regular story. So, and when I say regular story, I mean like what Doomsday's archetypal purpose is within the landscape of DC's entirety. Okay, he can literally change that. It's absurd. And it's because he's the hope. He is the hope of all things in DC. If DC exists, Superman exists, and hope is considered even by Pariah to be the strongest thing in DC and its narrative core. Essentially, it's believed hope will even endure even after DC is gone, because the hope that DC could return is still hope, okay? It gets pretty crazy when you think of the story of Superman, but overall, he's one of the most impressive characters in comic book history. For good reason. He's the OG, and they've given him crazy shit since the beginning, essentially. But now, in the modern times, he's arguably as dangerous as he's ever been, if not more. But if we send him into current Marvel comics, realistically, how do things go? Well, for one, we have to kind of alter the terms of engagement in terms of making this fun, right? Superman's been granted a task, let's say it's KO related, where he is told this is an alternate timeline, like an alternate universe. It doesn't actually exist, and he has to solo it to save DC. Okay, perfect storyline. Perfect segue to Marvel versus Darkseid Part 3, drops Sunday. Stay tuned. Now, and that has all fresh lineups, all that shit. It's gonna be crazy. Now, back on topic with this. We look at Superman going in immediately, too fast for like 95% of the verse. Like this, when I say too fast, literally moderate to peak Superman speed scaling, cooking everyone here. Like not literally everyone in Marvel, but the initial engaging crowd. Oh God, rip. Like, okay. A ton of people have a high opinion of Gladiator, especially if he's fully confident, right? But imagine an all-out Superman. Keep in mind, in the KO event, everyone present there, including the Elder Gods, including beings like Wonder Woman, Flash, Plastic Man, they didn't even process Superman when Batman died. They couldn't process him pissed moving. Like, that's how fast he was. No one knew it was him. Like, it's ridiculous what he does when he turns up, okay? Disgusting. Imagine Superman thinking he's saving DC, flying through the Shi'ar. Oh my God, the things he would do to Gladiator are illegal in like 99% of the multiverse, okay? Like, you can't do the shit he would do to them. He would turn them inside out, okay? This initial response to him, whether the Nova Corps, the Shi'ar, whatever alien force responds to him first, peanut butter and fucked, okay? Like, they're cooked. They're absolutely done for. And that's where it gets interesting, right? Because that becomes the case in almost every situation we have in these invasions. When you do someone dirty, when you absolutely cook them in terms of the engagement, it's gonna draw a lot of attention. At that point, Earth's forces would begin to mobilize. S.H.I.E.L.D's gonna see what's going on out there, and they're gonna be like, okay, we gotta get involved. Thor's probably going to get involved if he is available. We're going to say he's available for the sake of the video. So let's talk about the real threats to the likes of Superman, right? So the problem for characters like Hulk and some of those land-based powerhouses, they need to be put in a position to actually fight Superman, right? Like, that's going to have to be arranged. It's not just simply, oh yeah, Hulk can just fly out there and chase down Superman. No, he's kind of got to wait to be put in a position. Like, I love Ben Grimm. Ben Grimm's got to be put in a position to fight Superman, okay? He'd have to be flown out there. They'd have to take the Fantastic Four ship. Like, a lot of characters that could really help in this situation are going to be more reliant upon the location of Superman, okay? I think Surfer would engage. Now, here's what's sick, okay? I hate on Surfer. I hate on Surfer all the time. I make fun of him all the time. Jobber. Do I think he beats Superman? No. Do I think he beats him in this situation? Absolutely not. This is an even worse situation for Surfer. But I want to acknowledge something about Surfer that I think even if we call him a jobber, we have to acknowledge. Whenever it's a main event fight, and when I talk about main event, I'm talking about like a Griever level event. Whenever it's Galactus Super Wildin', right? Null popping out for the one time. Like, those major events, Surfer holds his own for a bit. Like, he doesn't do bad. And he still jobs. He still puts characters over, but he holds his own in the pocket for the most part when you're like, damn, like, Surfer, you be getting knocked out by Ben Grimm, but then you turn around and fight Griever? Like, Ferris, that means Ben's above Griever, you know, case to be made. But regardless, jokes aside, the main event fights, big moments like this, Surfer can hold his own, right? So I think he can actually provide some resistance to Superman at that point. Thor would have to get involved. Now, oh my God. If it was Immortal Thor and Surfer jumping Superman, sick fight. Like, I think Immortal Thor can go back and forth with Superman. For sure. In fact, I was on the record saying, yeah, I actually see a case where Immortal Thor wins. Now, he is mortal now. Mortal Thor gets cooked. Like, he ain't got much for Superman. But Immortal Thor? Sick fight. Let's say it's Mortal Thor, though, when he falls. We still got Phoenix. Phoenix, someone that boxed up a Return to Gore, boxed up Enigma, that was a beyond time, space, all the dimensions, was creating timelines that was like one-shotting Thanos, all crazy shit. So you have characters like that. Blue Marvel, if he's not directly engaging right now, I don't care what anybody says, Blue Marvel, someone who literally burnt to a crisp an Ivory King, can battle beyond her tears, battle in the realm of the Phoenix, and try to hold off Phoenix. He's absurd. Like, Blue Marvel's absurd, but more importantly, he's brilliant. So whether or not he actually engages or is studying Superman, either way it goes, he's going to make an impact in this situation. I think Blue Marvel is critical to saving Marvel from Superman. Will some of the cosmic beings get involved? Probably not yet. Maybe Galactus? Maybe, if he's in the neighborhood. But, like, besides that, probably not many cosmic beings are getting involved first when Superman's wilding. If any of them get involved, it would to maybe try to take him, like maybe use him, but still, I don't see any cosmic beings at this point really interfering. Now, where it gets interesting is, let's say Blue Marvel jumps in, Mortal Thor got killed or whatever. Sentry's back in a way right now, currently, but he's not really popping. Phoenix is out there. All the X-Men are sent out there. Let's say they're somewhat holding them off, right? The magic users get involved. This is where I think it's interesting. Okay, so we have the likes of Dr. Voodoo. Dr. Voodoo is fucking crazy. Okay, Brother Voodoo, whatever you want to call him. Absolutely absurd, the things he can do. I mean, he has seals that mother of horrors who can hurt Toa. Eldest, who scales above Zarathos, like, they have a hard time dealing with his seals, okay? Can do so to Fractured Sun Hulk as well. He's a monster. His dark magic, he's a problem. Him, Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom, Scarlet Witch, those four running pick and rolls on Superman, who also has to deal with the likes of a Blue Marvel tier. If they're able to bring the fight closer, they could get a Fractured Sun involved. If it's Infernal Hulk, shit might get real spooky, because Infernal Hulk might just jump in for the onesies. Like, hey, fuck the hero shit, I'm just getting involved regardless. But a Doom, Scarlet, Storm? We get Storm involved? Stop. Like, there's a lot of characters. It's not necessarily the 1v1s, right? Because the 1v1s, I'm not really worried for Superman, okay? Superman has the scaling and arguments to 1v1 pretty much anybody. But when you start jumping him, when you have the elite magic users, the dangerous magic users, and the aggressive magic users that Marvel has, the Dooms, the Voodoos, the Stranges, the Scarlet Witch, Storm even these days, that's a lot. That's a lot. Loki gets involved. Oh man, God of Stories Loki. Yeah, like, there's a lot going on. And ultimately, I feel like combinations can be put together between suitable power sets and mentalities and scaling wise. Maybe not to permanently kill Superman, but the higher tiers could either put him down, or they could just straight up maybe capture him, imprison him, or send him back. Regardless, most fall, majority fall, but I do think the higher tiers, like the ones I mentioned, especially combining the magic users with the higher tier stat users in Marvel, the upper echelon, like, I think they can get it done against the likes of Superman. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. How far do you think Superman gets? I think he pretty much beats almost anyone in a 1v1, but again, this ain't the fair fade, okay? It's an invasion series. They're gonna jump his ass. And I think due to that jumping, there's several characters that when you put them together, it's gonna be a little too much for him eventually. So he would go down. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I had a lot of fun doing this. Again, shout out to CJ and Frank. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, anyways, it's your host, Dr. Splash. And remember, it's Yancey Street, bitches.